Hey all, Tony Bing here, hello and welcome back to another video for Marvel Strike Force. Now today I will be running over the Blitz for Treatz Event, and it's actually running at the moment. It's got some really nice rewards and it's not explained massively well in game how this event actually works, so we'll run over it and hopefully this can help you and your alliance actually max out all the milestones in it. Now in the video what we'll do is we'll start off with a very quick breakdown of the characters you'll use for this and how the points accrue. We'll then look at the maximum rewards if you can get up to milestone 14. After that we've got a detailed analysis of the number of points you actually need daily and how you can accrue these in order to hit the final milestone within the 7 days. And then finally, once we've done that, what I'll do is I'll do some Blitz gameplay with the characters that are required for this event and the teams I've used them in, so you can see the minimum number of teams you need and how these teams actually work and play as well, so you can finish the matches nice and easy. But we'll start off looking at the characters required for this. So it's 7 characters you can actually use for this. Now some of them are quite readily available, other ones are a bit more exclusive. So we have Crossbones, Iron Fist, Mordo, Mystique, she's definitely one of the exclusive characters, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, and then finally Venom as well. Now you can see next to each of them it states that you get 6 points for winning a match with them. Now also you'll notice down the bottom that it says for losing a battle you get 2 points as well. Now that is any group of characters, so it doesn't have to be a battle with one of the 7 characters below. This could be, let's say, 5 minions you throw into a team and you get 2 points for it, and that's very relevant and it can make this event a lot easier. We'll actually cover that later on in the video. Now what we'll actually do is have a look at the maximum rewards you can get here. It's 14 milestones we have available here. Now if you and your alliance completes all 14 milestones, then what you're looking at is 7 gold orbs that can drop anywhere from between 630,000 gold up to a pretty insane 21 million. They really need to close down the numbers on this a little bit and they need to bring the lower number way up a lot more. You can also get 1 mega orb as well, so that's between 50 and 100 shards for a premium character, and then finally you're getting the 2 crystal ball orbs. Now it's not massively clear even when you click on the crystal ball orbs what they offer. It says they offer up to 140 shards, but it doesn't break down if you can get less than that. If it is the full 140 then they're really pretty incredible. I'm not sure if that will be the case. The characters you can get from this are the very same characters that are used for the event, so just to confirm, you can get shards for Scarlet Witch, Spidey, Mordo, Crossbones, Iron Fist, Mystique, and then finally Venom as well. So cross your fingers for Mystique or Venom, they'll be the 2 that you're wanting from them. Now with that covered, what we'll actually do is look at a detailed breakdown of the number of points you need to actually get on a daily basis and how everyone in the lines needs to contribute so that you can actually pass this and get the full 14 milestones and all the rewards. Before we actually break down the math of how everyone needs to contribute, I just want to do a shout out to Super Saiyan Ben. He actually posted a thread on Reddit and it really had the core of the math behind this, and this is what gave me the idea to do a video and break it all down. So I've also put a link to his thread within the description here, so feel free to drop by, leave your support and leave an upvote for him as well, because it's a great breakdown. Now if we look at this anyway, so in order to get to milestone 14 you need the full 19,000 points. So how can we break that down? Now firstly, you have the 7 different characters that are available. Each time you win with them you get 6 points, so that means in total you get 42 points with them each time you run through a rotation and win with them. You've then got 24 alliance members. You times that by the 42 points you're getting per rotation. It means every rotation, if everyone is contributing, then you're getting just over 1,000 points. It's 1,008 points to be exact, and once again you need 19,000 points to hit the final milestone. So what we do then is, if it's 1,000 points you can get per rotation of everyone running through the 7 characters, then that means you would need to do 19 rounds of this particular rotation within the 7 days in order to hit the final milestone. I hope you're keeping up here. There is a lot of numbers going back and forward, but that would mean you would need to run through your rotation of all the 7 characters at least 3 times per day, but you would need everyone to do that, and that would give you the 19,000 points required. Now also, and this is a bit of a strange way of doing it and I wouldn't recommend it, but for players that maybe don't have all the 7 characters, this is going to hopefully pull them over the finish line here. So if we look at losses, so it's 2 points per loss. So let's say you've got your 24 alliance members in one rotation that get a loss with a team, so that means they're getting 48 points. Now we have in the region of about 70 characters in the game, so I'm just saying, for example, let's say you have 50 characters, so that means in one Blitz rotation, without spending any Blitz charges, you could maybe play 10 matches. Now if everyone was to do that, run 10 matches on auto, go away, do something else, let the matches actually fail, you don't even have to win at all, then that would be 480 points you would get per rotation if the entire alliance was able to do that. Again, you need 19,000 points, so if we break this down, that would be a total of 39 rounds of everyone doing this over the course of 7 days. That means you would have to do it 6 times per day. That would be quite a lot because the Blitz timer, of course, is 2 hours, so that's the full 12 hours you would have to be logging on every 2 hours. So I wouldn't recommend just trying to beat the milestone by everyone going for losses, because it's going to be pretty tedious doing that. But like I mentioned, if you are struggling towards the end and you're a couple of points short and you're at the point where you think, I'm not going to get any higher on the leaderboards, or maybe hit 1 to 10%, I'm not going to hit that 1500, then run the main teams with the premium characters, that's the 7 characters, but also run your losses as well there. It will definitely be worthwhile and the points will all add up. I hope all that made sense. There was a lot of numbers to run through. What I'll do now, because we've done the boring part of the video really, is I'll show off the teams that I'm personally using in order to get almost a guaranteed win with these 7 characters. So let's check them out. This first team we look at here then has got 3 of the required characters. So we've got Spidey, Crossbones and Iron Fist. It's very similar to a team actually running Blitz, and the reason I went for this setup, it's all really around the fact we've got Kingpin, Crossbones and also Hand Sentry. So you've got Hand Sentry for the survivability, you have Kingpin to buff Crossbones, and you'll also be buffing Iron Fist's ultimate as well, I think, the way the rotations come round. And then you've got Crossbones with his big massive explosion, and then Spidey will be applying the defence down as well. So really a nice easy combo. So let's quickly run through the match to show it off. So bump the speed up to ×3 here, because it's not as if it's new characters and we need to see the animations or anything like that. We're going up against Drax in our team, but that's not a problem because we'll be doing huge AoE soon enough. Defence down, unfortunately. We had Black Widow there that stopped the chain, but again, not really a problem at all. It will be Crossbones and Kingpin that are doing most of the work here. This isn't the ideal team that I would run with at all, but it does certainly work to get you a win easily enough. So we've got the defence up and a fence up here. Let's see if we actually get the stun there, so that's pretty nice. Unfortunately we're stuck on Drax at the moment, but let's cast this anyway. Look how much health went down there even with the defence up. See if we can take out Drax, just for the hell of it, why not? 54,000 crit, that was exceptional. And then we've now got the explosion as well there, so the characters are almost down. Take out Widow. This is actually a pretty nice team, and if it wasn't for Drax having the taunt there, then we could have took out other characters really pretty quick. Really nice and simple match. Almost done, and it's just Cap left, so I'll just hit auto here. So we've got 4 more characters that we're going to cover in the next match then. So the 4 characters will be Mordo, Mystique, Scarlet Witch and also Venom as well. So let's see. It's taken a minute or 2 to take down Cap with all those blocks and the defence up he had, and there we go, that's him down. How simple was that? So let's check out the next team we'll be using. With this next group of characters then, that means it's only 2 matches we need to do in order to get the full 48 points there. So we've got Venom, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Mordo and also Mystique. So we've got a ton of debuffs going on here. Now in some instances you can actually drop out Vision and replace him with Loki, because he works really well with Mystique for the control at the start of the match. You can use that to take out a character, but Vision is a great option as well due to his synergies with Scarlet Witch. This will be a nice easy match again. So when we run through this, you need to excuse me if the rotation's a little bit off, because it is a slightly different team from I'm used to, and trying to line everything up right with all these debuff characters to extend them can sometimes get a little bit confusing. Let's see, we'll try and take out Quake first anyway, so you can be pretty dangerous. So we've got the ultimate on the Steak there. Look at that, that's awesome, the amount of health that went down there. Then we will, let's see, we'll go for the ability block on Hulk. Also cast it on Quake as well. Don't actually want to cast the special on Mordo, because most of the characters, although saying that actually with the speed of them, quite a few of them their speed bar's low, so I'll actually go back on what I said a moment ago and I will cast the special. You don't want to cast that if most of the characters, their speed bar is about to flip over and you have Scarlet Witch, because then it means it's unlikely that you'll be able to actually flip them by the time her turn actually comes round. So we've managed to extend all those debuffs there with Scarlet Witch, so that actually worked out perfect timing there. And then what we can do with Venom here is spread them. So look at that, look at all those debuffs and the character's health going down already. Really nice and easy. Right, let's see, we'll apply the fence down on the outside here. And then we will take out Spidey next. If we can hit him, that is. We don't really need the defense, but I'll throw it up anyway just to be extra cautious here. And let's see, we've got ability block. Let's put that on Spidey. Mystique's basic really does hit like a tank's really nice. So let's see, we'll go for some debuffs on Wolverine. He is pretty hopeless, but if he does get off his ultimate, he can do a fair bit of damage. We'll just focus on him now, because the other two characters are completely locked down there. Actually worked out really well in regards to Mordo and the extending of the buffs. Sometimes it can be hard to time it right, but for this video it worked out absolutely perfect. Not even really concentrating too much on who I'm attacking here, it really is this easy, and this is tier 8, I should mention as well. Almost done. And there we go. Well, one more hit. There we go. That's us done. So that was 2 teams we were able to use. Nice and easy teams, and that means that's that rotation out the way, and that's you accrued your points for now. And you only have to do that 3 times a day as long as everyone else in the alliance is doing it. So I hope this guide has been helpful. Fingers crossed you can get to the final milestone, because if you fall short, then I think you're just a few shards short of the rewards as well, which will be a little bit frustrating. So I'll cross my fingers that you all get there, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.